Hey there, and howdy, everybody. Welcome to Retro Repair Roundup, episode number 56, where our guests are last minute and the points are imaginary. So, tonight we're just kind of hanging out and just chatting and having fun. No major, super big plans for the evening. So, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. We've got Jack60K, 2K Compliant, Mac Effects, Thomas Armstrong, Jeremy's Vintage App, Vintage Hillbilly Shack. Sorry, I almost called him Dave. Everything's Broken Garage. Frank S, Alan Gracia, Scarlett is here. Scrolling, Garth Beagle. Hi, Garth. Frank S already said, and I'm sure there's CDI and other people. So hello, everybody, and thanks for stopping by. Remember to lasso that like button and spur that subscribe button and all those other weird U.S. Western themed technology references. So tonight we have our two special guests who are totally not picked at random whatsoever earlier today during Dave's stream at all. Because Joe is absolutely the best at planning at least 6 months ahead of everything that he does. Lies! We've got Dave of Dave's Vintage Apple Tech and Francois, the MMU man himself. Good afternoon / morning, gentlemen. It's kind of funny. Dave and Francois are almost like completely opposed as far as time zones go, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, they're very much against time zones. They think it should just be like China, where you've got one time zone for the entire country. It makes it easy then to plan lunch, even if the other person already ate 4.5 hours ago.
Yes, it's the best thing ever. You see, Dave and Francois are on completely opposite ends of the planet, so they have to coordinate that time zone to get anything done. So it does make sense. So, Dave, how was your stream today?
It was good. I mean, we always have fun. I've been working on that Quadra 605, so I've given up. I'm going to send it to Garth, the board, and because he's got another one that's exhibiting the same problem. So hopefully, whatever he does on his will fix on mine. And if that's not going to work, then Thomas agreed that we'll send it to him and he'll fix it. So anyway, it does not, for some weird reason, on the monitor, it says it's getting the video at the wrong rate, the wrong DPI.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. And and I hate to say it, before I put that mod in that I got from Will, it worked fine. So I must have did something. Either
let's blame it on Will.
Yeah,
no.
He's not here to defend himself.
So, yeah.
Wait, what was the mod?
It'll have its own like a ROM disk. It's on the ROM. He made that, burn it. So
is this for
the Quadras? They have that
450?
ROM slot already in there. You just populate it.
Okay.
And it'll have a system already on it. So you don't even have to have anything plugged into it. It'll have a ROM drive already on it. So it's pretty cool.
Wait, so you installed a socket on your motherboard, and it doesn't boot after that?
No. The whole system runs because it initializes the blue SCSI. It runs because after a while you can hear After Dark running the toaster.
Boot.
Yeah, it boots. Yeah, no problem.
Toaster.
It's just it does not like there's something wonky in the video format. It does not. The monitors, and I tried different monitors on it.
Okay. You removed the ROM and it did the same thing?
I've taken everything off of it, all the memory, everything exhibits the same problem. I populate it, it exhibits the same problem. And I've wicked off that excess solder. I've resoldered it. I've reflowed it. Using my iPhone because I don't have a regular microscope and zooming in, and I don't see any bridges, but that doesn't mean there's not one there.
Do you have an auxiliary ROM, or I'm sorry, auxiliary VRAM on the machine?
And yes, I've checked the battery. It's good. Yes. And I even opened a new pack of them just to prove to everybody that the battery's good.
Sure.
I metered it. We got 3.5 volts. We're good. So yeah.
But you Do you have auxiliary VRAM in the machine?
Yeah.
And you took that out, just the onboard VRAM, and it still did it? Wow.
Yep. It does the same darn thing.
Wow, that's something
And
else.
I take the battery out.
Yeah.
Does the same darn thing. I put the battery and all this. It does the same thing.
Yeah, and the kickstart, you do the kickstart boot, same thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy.
No vid.
I think you need this, Dave. Hit it with a hammer. Hit it with a hammer. Hit it with a hammer. I'm gonna hit it with a hammer.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
I was tempted. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I've been wrestling around with, and working on another Mac Plus. Waiting to get some things from Frank, our friend Frank from Frodo Jedi, and then hopefully we can get it working. And then the other thing that I discussed on a stream is I'll be contacting a company in South Carolina, and apparently they have a lot of new vintage parts, and some of them that they actually make, and flybacks.
Mhm.
And so I've got the numbers off a couple different flybacks for the vintage machines, and I'm going to be talking to them tomorrow and see if they have a cross reference. And if we do, I'm going to get a whole bunch of them so I can share it with the community. That
That's
we
great.
need flybacks.
Yeah, very cool.
Yay!
Yeah.
I may
More the
need
merrier.
one for a classic too. Yay!
So yeah.
Francois, what's going on in your world, sir? Welcome from Europe.
Yeah, Europe. It's like 2 a.m. here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, maybe.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Well, I'm a bit sad because I lost my mom last month.
Oh,
So I need some distractions, So yeah, I dug the pile of stuff to unfinished projects. Like Joe, you got one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, still a lot to do. Last thing I did was rubber fits for a Sony Vario that got donated to the Fabrico here. Because yes, I'm at the Fabrico, which is Fab Lab / public internet space where people can learn how to use a computer, how to fill online forms, because even with a computer science degree, you can't fill forms online correctly anyway. And yeah, so we got nice machines here, like a laser cutter and 3D printers. So and some
I
of
can
it,
think of very few places in the world that would be better to hang out in at 2 a.m. Short of my own shop.
exactly. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah, that was it. Well, but maybe someday I will open a shop to get other people get these, because well, the first thing the first project I actually started during the confinement, COVID, I was like, yeah, I got this LC3, and well, it has an Ethernet cord, but
oh yeah.
a weird plug,
Yeah. AUI, yeah.
And I did have actually a transceiver, but it was like, yeah, I don't want a second one because I got PowerBooks now. So I said, let's make a cable so you can actually plug a regular AUI transceiver there, and there you go.
Cool.
And I have parts to make like 20 or 30 of these.
Nice.
Wow.
And
Very
I
cool.
haven't really progressed since 2020, but maybe someday.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then, yeah, well, other stuff like
Itchy spots. Itchy spots.
these are for Cubase cartridges for Atari. You know Atari?
Mm-hmm.
Boo Atari!
Boo Atari!
No,
Are you keeping up with Atari?
Yeah.
Atari can't keep up with you.
Luckily for everyone watching, I do not have a copy of that video queued up or available in the background of the system, so you're not.
David.
Yeah. So yeah, a friend has Cubase and a cartridge, and it turns out as some people actually reverse engineered the dongle cartridge, so don't really have to crack the software to use it. You can use the cracked cartridge instead, which is fun. But then they don't ship with the box around it, the shell.
Cool.
So I designed it with OpenSCAD.
OpenSCAD, yeah.
OpenSCAD, yeah. It's really
Parametric design. I
It
need
works
that to be exactly 0.1 millimeters smaller. Okay, you edit the variable.
Like you wish.
Nice.
None of this dragging and like, oop, I dragged it a little too far and I dragged it.
Yeah, I have. I recently got some people asking for these. These are replacement for Alps plotter pen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've printed them using FDM, but it's really finicky because it's like 0.1 millimeter.
Yeah.
And well, it's about the precision of the printer, so even worse than that. But yeah, I should probably try to make these with resin someday.
Yeah.
I think I already showed this on at least on Dave's stream. This is a connector for. Oh well, let's get it out of the bag. Again, I have PowerBooks, and these PowerBook 5.
Yeah, for the 500 series.
Yeah.
Did you make those?
Yep.
Wow, that's really great.
We know a source now.
Again, something I need to mass produce, I guess.
Yes, absolutely, because those power bricks are impossible to find.
And I have a cracked one, and it turns out the capacitors in there are.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of, they cook themselves over time, because you've got the two 16-volt, basically two separate power bricks, like right next to each other inside one little package. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's weird, because one of them is to charge the battery, and the other one is for the computer. So yeah. I'm actually thinking about making replacements for these, but like that you can plug for maybe on a USB-C brick or something, because I don't want to fiddle with mains voltage.
I know that there are a lot of like 16-volt like power bricks for like sound bars, like for like those single speaker sound bar kind of things for your whatever, your home theater junk, that you can pick those up pretty cheap. So something that would have like a barrel adapter where it's just powering the system, not maybe like, oh, I got one that charges the battery, or like a select, I could say charge battery, assuming you had a battery that worked, which there's no way, but or make it where it just powers the system. That'd be awesome.
I'm not entirely sure if the power brick actually handles the battery charging, because there's like one is an amp, and the other one is 1.5 amps, and I'm not entirely sure if there's some circuitry like on the computer side to handle battery charge, or if it's actually the power brick that's handling it. In which case, you really need to make it a current aware or something like that.
There's something with it where like you've got that dedicated 16 just for the system to power up the system, and then if it goes into sort of a higher power need mode, it will tap the battery for the extra juice that it needs. There's something it's something in the technical documents I read a very long time ago, where it kind of like rolls over to the battery for like extra power needs. They're terrible.
Yeah,
those machines are terrible. Sorry. But it'd be great to have like a cool solution where you could actually use a different power brick. You're not, because that's the thing. There's a million of those power brick 500s out there. There's no power bricks. So.
Yep.
Garth says many MacBook Pros behave the same way.
Retro Techie wanted a shout out, so I gave him a shout out. Everybody, shout at Retro Techie.
Yeah.
Retro Techie.
Hey, you!
Wake up.
Hey.
Go to his channel and look at it, but after the stream.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
You got cool stuff.
Other things I started designing, maybe this you can recognize.
Let's make you big again. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, is that the ADC connector thingadoodle?
Yes. And Garth said something like, "Oh, you can make billions with this."
Small B.
$1 million.
1 million. Yeah, small parts. It's not ready yet, but getting there.
Wow.
I'm thinking maybe of making actually an adapter that you can with a DVI on the other end, instead of having to solder a cable, wires, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that would be.
That's way cool.
Oh, I follow you. So it's ADC DVI, and then you just use a DVI cable. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Well, basically, ADC is it's actually derived from the ancestor of DVI. I looked at the DVI history, and it turns out there were other connectors before DVI that had those two extra pin columns, just like ADC, but with a different shell form. There was the first one were actually like D-sub, trapezoidal, and then I think they wanted to change something, but keep them compatible. So they came up with the D shape, where there's a part of the border that's vertical, and then it's slanted, because they wanted the new connector to fit inside the old one, but not the other way around, or something like this. It's really weird, but yeah, that's the history of DVI. Some other things that I really need to finish someday. I have some machines with these.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I want one.
The remote exploder.
Yeah.
That's never remote and is always, for some reason, zip tied or is velcroed to the board itself, which serves no purpose.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, but I find them cute. So I thought, instead of putting just a plain CR coin cell, let's 3D print these. So yeah, I modeled them using OpenScan, of course.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And so does it just have the coin cell holder inside it? Is that how it works? Or
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, we need to just do the sticker on the outside, so it looks the same.
Well, that's that I've done already. I just need to buy some of these. Actually, there are some adhesive sheets that you can laser print. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Coin Mac, I love it.
Yeah.
Me once.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, more unfinished stuff.
Cool.
And
Neat.
yeah.
You're just full of all kinds of goodies there, Francois. Yeah.
It's all amazing, Francois, but the only thing you got to do now is ship.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Finish the project.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Who had Javier saying "I want it all" and "I want it now"
on their bingo card?
Their Javier says bingo card.
This will end up on the internet.
Yep. Should.
So the next thing they'll say is, once you go black, you'll never go back.
Yes,
and the free space in the middle is woo woo.
But I prefer it black and red.
Ooh,
That
fancy!
Ooh.
I love those.
Was that an
keys.
orc? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Damn
Or
you guys, you
equipment.
got cool computers.
That's my first computer. I
Yeah.
started computers at school. There were like 3 of these on the back of the room, and I was like, everyone were playing ball or something outside, and I was like, oh, that's nice. I can do this. I can do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like those.
That's neat. Very
Hey,
cool.
Ron,
Hey.
what's going on in your world, sir?
Oh, I don't know. I bought some things on the internet. They sometimes arrive at my house, and then I buy more things. And I never get back to working on the original thing that I bought. And then just wash, rinse, repeat. And that is how it's going right now.
And then months later, you realize you bought the one thing like 4
Mhm.
times, and you're like,
Yeah.
how did this happen?
You're like, damn it, why do I have 4 of these sitting here? Oh, wait, that's right. Actually, what I've been doing most recently is I've been buying image writers because I love heavy printers, and so I've just been buying them. Actually, I bought a image writer 2 on Facebook Marketplace recently for $20. That the picture in the auction, it was just regular image writer 2, but by looking at it, you could tell it was a 2L. That's the very last revision of the image writer. You can tell those are a little different because unlike the more common ones that people kind of see, the power cable and the data cable, they plug in the sides of the printer, not the legs of the printer. And it had in the auction or the listing, it had this plugged into it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know what those are, but there's no telling if that really had anything to do with anything, because sometimes people just like pair things together and all that. But anyway, it came in and it had one of these inside, so it's always fun. An extra image writer LQ Apple Talk option card. So I'm going to put that in my brand new image writer LQ that I got from Javier. There was somebody just giving one away down his direction, and so I was able to convince Javier to go and box it up. And I
Heard my
now,
back.
yeah, I now have packing materials for several lifetimes based on the packing job that Javier did on this. So
yeah,
it was,
when you order anything from Javier, it's expect to receive mostly packing material.
Yeah, it was.
It's going to be a single Super Ball in the middle of packing material in a refrigerator box. So.
In any case, I now own all the pool noodles. So summer is over, kids. Sorry, it's because I have them all. But no, it was really good. Got everything done. It's really, really cool. Can't wait. So
Cool.
I don't know. That's really been it. I got back from VCF East. That was a good time. I have been playing around with because now I'm the maintainer of the Global Talk sign up spreadsheet. I've just been adding new people to that. Occasionally, you see people pop up out in the system. It's pretty cool, and that's it. That's really it.
Oh. And did my little thing that I sent you, Ron, did that make it to you okay?
That went directly to the incinerator. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, we tried.
Actually, no, I saw it should be there. I think it arrived like because it's one of those things. If you send me something, it sits at the post office for like an extra day, basically. Yeah. So I think I'll be able to get it either tomorrow or Tuesday. But
okay, cool.
Dave, thank you so much. Dave sent me because I have actually it's one of those things because I brag on our little Mac family and our extended community so much, but this is one of those things where Chris, Retrotech Chris. There was somebody local to him that had like a huge haul of Macintosh machines and a huge haul of like just PCs and all kinds of stuff. And he went out there and just picked it all up and very graciously, Mrs. Retrotech allowed all the stuff to exist in their like dining room and their like front room for like several weeks while they went through and organized and got things moved out. But it's just about a year ago, or not maybe a year ago, but a little bit less than that. Chris was coming across the U.S. He brought me a Mac 512. Actually, brought me a couple of 512s. One of which I was able to move on to somebody else who was really looking for one. But I kept one. It's an international, so it's like a 220 volt, made in Ireland, Mac 512. But mine does not have a floppy drive, so I was very sad. But Dave saw that I was sad and sent me a floppy drive. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, and the 512 that I got also came from that haul from RetroTech Chris too.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
so
Yeah,
we're all kind of sharing things.
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm glad I could help.
Very cool. That's it. That's all I've been up to.
Cool. Javier.
I've been actually on the other side. I've been getting rid of stuff. So I had today my good old raffle, and these 2Cs going out. It's somebody won it. I don't know the person, but somebody did. So lucky guy. And that poster,
didn't like 2 other people win it before, but it wasn't really fair. So
MacFX got it. And MacFX, I know him, and I say, "Are you ready? You really want it?" I say, "Just give it. You know what? Don't, because I got too many things." And I say, "Okay, let's do it again." So I did it again. Guess what? Garth Beagle got it. And Garth said, he told me before that if I ever win it, I don't want it because I already got one. And
why are they putting comments in your videos then?
I think everybody just wants to be supportive, and then because there was something else, because RetroTechie won something in a contest recently. It was just like, oh, I just don't want that. It's just not that people wouldn't want it, but it's just kind of one of those things where people recognize that it's like, oh yeah, there'd be like somebody that is more needing of that item or whatnot.
Right.
So,
yeah. But the other one, the poster, Sloopy got it. So Sloopy, you lucky. No, good. I'm gonna be sending to him. So good. That's it. And I've been just sending those things. Another new thing that I did is I got the upgrade or the update of the firmware on the FujiNet, and I got it working right now.
awesome.
So as a modem, it's working pretty well. So FujiNet for the win.
Hold on,
Everybody
I'm
gets
zoom
FujiNet.
in so we can see what's it showing right now.
It's showing Captain's Quarters.
Captain's Quarters, yeah.
BBS. So I just left it over there so you can see it. It's nice.
You see, Joe, he's warming up the CRT.
He better, because that's really nice. Yeah, FujiNet is becoming very, very good product. So you got a modem, you got a hard drive, you got a remote thing, all at the same time. So those guys are genius.
I need to build those and put them on my website.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
So that's the news, other than being shipping my little devices all over the US, thankfully. Cool. That's it. How about you, Joe?
My turn. Do I have to talk? Hi everybody. Hi, I'm Joe. No, seriously though. Hey, it's Josh Malone's 48K. How you doing? So stuff. Oh, I don't know. Craziness. Same old thing I've been doing, trying to take over the world. I'm Pinky in the brain. No, aside from the everyday, there's the businessy stuff that happens every single day. Pico Gus's arrived yesterday. I have physically in my possession 30 Pico buses. However, I'm not putting
Pico
them in
buses.
What?
Pico buses?
Gus's. I said Gus's. I didn't say buses.
It's like,
Bucko Crunchies.
Who are these buses for? Ants? Come on.
Them Bucko Crunchies. You need to go and get some Bucko Crunchies. Anyway, Pico Gus's. I have 30 physically. I was going to go ahead and put them on the site today. I was going to put those on there this afternoon, but I looked and I had 105 people requesting them. So I didn't want to do that and make people feel like they missed out on the first run that I have. So either tomorrow or Tuesday, I should be getting another 82, give or take one. 82 or 83.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how many are in each box. They're coming in sequential shipments. But so Monday or Tuesday is when I'll probably get those put up there, so we can get that first chunk of people who requested one, get theirs out before I then can say, hey, the other 300 are like ready, come get them.
Mhm.
And then that'll be Joe's Pico Gus run done. That'll be fun stuff. Very interesting. Out of the 450 I had manufactured, 449 worked perfectly out of the gate. There was only one bad unit. So that's actually a better than normal success rate for units directly.
Very well.
It's usually somewhere around 3%. So that's like what, 1/20th of a percent. It's a really good rate. So yeah, good stuff. What else? Just stuff, you know. I have lots of projects I'm working on. As always, a lot of work that's just I've promised to people that I need to get done. So I haven't been taking on any sort of repair jobs or any sort of new reverse engineering jobs or anything like that, because I got a lot of stuff I got to get done. I have a whole board set for Mac Effects I just finished, but now I've got to program 400 PAL chips and ship them to Mark. So that's the thing I've got to do. I've got this thing. And this is for John Adar, if you're watching. It's still on my bench to constantly remind me it needs to get done. This is the Diamond Trackstar Plus. As stated before, it's physically, the board's done. I just need to build it and do a confirmation test. And if it tests good, then those can go right into production. I'll probably do a first small run of maybe 25 or so, just to gauge interest, because I would really rather redesign this using a surface mount, because it'll be less expensive. It'll be mostly manufactured by the factory. So the manufacturing time will be way, way faster, right? They'll come as pre-done boards. I do the through hole stuff and I kick it out the door. So hi everybody.
Yeah, exactly. We want to see it big.
There.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
a big
chonker
board.
board. I mean, it's like 16 inches long. It's
Braggart.
It's got some girth to it.
Braggart.
So it's the thing. Hey, you know, if you got it, flaunt it. Anyway.
I know, but that's why you're not allowed back at Kmart, Joe.
Nobody's allowed back into Kmart. They don't exist anymore. Anyway.
Anybody can go to Kmart anytime they want. All you need is a pair of bolt cutters, and you're in.
Time machine.
Jeremy Bolanos, why did you just say girth just as I joined? You're gonna just have to roll back to the beginning and watch everything up to this point to find out. It has, and that request has nothing to do with us needing watch hours. It's completely unrelated at all. Yeah, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack is correct. Reverse engineering the Amiga keyboard controller. Yep, I absolutely want to do that. That one's gonna be fun. It's basically the Amiga keyboard controller is a 6502 with a 6522 glommed onto it, with an inboard RAM and ROM glommed all onto it, all in a single 40-pin chip. It's a really weird beast. It's effectively a 6502 based microcontroller. The issue is like we don't have access to the code, so we don't know what it is. If I could get somebody, if there's somebody out there, anybody out there at all who knows how to properly take apart a chip and, you know, like reverse engineer it to tell me how it's to like get me ROM out of a mask ROM by using a microscope or something, that would be great. Because if we could just do that, we could delid the thing and get the ROM out of it, and then know how it's supposed to operate, and then emulate the thing with a couple of surface mount chips. But anyway, I digress. If we can't do that, the upside is that the data sheet on it is fairly well documented, and the Amiga technical guides are really good in documenting that communications protocol. So we can throw a Pi Pico at it and emulate that protocol for $4. Pi Pico cheapest chips. it'd probably be a Pi Pico and a couple transceivers to do the bus stuff. So yeah, but it's absolutely interesting chip. Like it on the Amiga, it like runs a watchdog timer, and if the Amiga doesn't receive a response from the keyboard within a certain window, the Amiga will reboot. Like, so you have to have a keyboard plugged into the Amiga for the thing to run. It's fascinating. It's very interesting. But yeah, so that's going on and whatever. And then, you know, finally, I've been working on this stupid thing. So I did want to give a little bit of a report on that. So this is my SpectraGen 4B, my TechScan MSI CompuVid SpectraGen 4B. That's the whole product's name. I swear to you.
That's why it failed in the market, because you couldn't fit that on a marquee.
It's all of the letters. Like it's only missing X and Z.
Is it a product or like the worst Scrabble hand ever?
Yeah, that. Both. But basically it's a titling machine, a titling and character generator that was used by cable operators for their local news and bulletin board channel back in the 1980s. And the technology in this ended up becoming what you all know now today as the Weather Star system that was used by the Weather Channel to show weather. And this machine actually has the ability to take weather data. So like you can, I need to enter it correctly. Enter. Oh, I screwed it up now.
Uh-oh.
What's that weather? There you go. So you can give it weather data and it'll show this weather data on the main screen if you set it up right. And it's designed to where you can, I want to hit resume, where you can actually see that weather data on this screen and receive it from an external card or device. You can also receive this over RS-232. So you can, in theory, shove serial commands at this and update that weather data. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to update live weather data and update the date and time and like get it to show external video and do all these cool things and put this thing on the internet and have it streaming 24/7 on like a second channel, like for the fun of it. Like, why not? It would be great.
Joe, can you put music underneath it that's like that light jazz? Because I think that I would just leave it on all the time if you could work that out.
Mm-hmm. It's I'm looking up the music right now. Stand by.
All right. Well, Joe, as long as you can do it by the 11s, I think we're okay.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to play because of copyright. But fascinating. Yeah. So full screen. But no. So what I wanted to update on that is I had put out a all points bulletin kind of thing out on Mastodon, which tends to be the place to do this these days. And I'm like, hey, is there anybody out there who likes old Z80 hardware, who wants to help me reverse engineer this old wacky machine? And lo and behold, a couple people volunteered for that. One of them is the gentleman he's from Europe. He did the MacFlim project. Do you know what that is? It's that project that allows you to play back 30 frame per second video on a classic Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, hey, this sounds fascinating. I'll help. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So we have a GitHub thing that's open. So if anybody wanted to hop in there and play around with that, they could. And we have a private Discord chat where we're talking about it and throwing ideas back and forth. And so hopefully we're gonna be able to reverse engineer this thing enough to where we can smack data at it. So you can, like when you reboot the thing, you can give it an update and keep it up to date, because it doesn't really have persistent memory. So cool stuff. It's not documented. The software is out there. The company who makes these is still in business, but when you try to contact them, they never respond. And if they do respond, they're like, I'm not interested. Go away. So
nice.
Yep. So we're doing the thing.
Good.
It's exciting. Yep. That's pretty neat.
Ooh, What's this cool link that Francois gave us? Yes. It's already been done.
Sorry. Less work for you.
That's fine. So yeah, apparently the replacement keyboard controller for the Amiga's already been done. So
okay.
This gives me a happy but also a sad, but a happy, but a sad. It's out there now, so it's been done, so I can move on with other projects. It's fine.
Good.
Anyway. Cool. So let's talk about recent toys we picked up. Who's picked up something neat and interesting lately that they haven't talked about yet?
And he's not an image writer.
And it's not, well, you don't really pick up an image writer so much as get a 10-ton lift and an intricate cabling system.
I think it's one of those things. Nobody lifts an image writer. You just move the universe around it.
You tell me? Yeah. Sheesh.
Yes. Retro Techie got a robot. That's cool.
Ooh.
I don't know what robot it is, but
Domo arigato.
Hey, Rudy. How you doing?
Rudy.
Hi, Rudy.
I have a robot. It sweeps my floors on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. No, what did you get, Dave?
Well, I got a really cool product that Joe sells on his store, and it's as you know, the Apple II, they have that lovely composite video, and it got to update it, right? So now we can at least get it up to VGA, and boy,
Yes.
it's really easy to do. Literally 10 minutes, you're done. You're playing with it. And I was really surprised how easy and it's just plug and play. That's the way I like things. And thank you, Joe. A great thing you did. It gives these older Apple IIs more usability. When you get older eyes, you get a better monitor. It's not so hard on the eyes and stuff. So yeah. That's what I got. I'm just waiting. I have to get one of Javier's recreated joysticks so I can play games because I got games on my W drive. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My precious.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I really like that, Joe. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I got is I got one of his clipper SCSI clippers to go on the Mac Plus, and as soon as I get that other Mac Plus up and running, that'll be in that. And so I just got getting all kinds of cool stuff lately.
Cool. Awesome. This episode of Retro Repair Roundup has been brought to you by jcm-1.com, apparently.
Yeah.
But and a lot of props go out to Mark Akins for the original design of the A2 VGA card. I just adapted it to make it as inexpensive and easy to use for people as possible. It is electrically identical to his design. It's just laid out differently and machine manufactured so that it's cheap. It's bargain basement affordable. And that's my goal. So yeah.
It's excellent.
Cool. Hey, MMU man, what toys have you gotten lately? Computer related.
Well, the last thing I actually played with was this Vaio here.
Oh, nice.
Thunk.
That's a chunk.
It's a heavy. And yeah, just like apparently every Vaio of this era had the rubber fit that just melts. So as I said, I replaced them, so I can give you a close-up. But then I still have to try and restore it because I do have the restore CDs for it. So that might be interesting because the friend who gave it, he actually played with Linux, which is great, but well, it's not really the intent for this machine I have. So
Fair.
yeah, that's what I came up with.
Oh, this printed in like a TPU type of rubber filament.
No, it's actually I showed on Dave's stream. It's actually a rubber sheet for stamps.
Oh, and you cut it.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly, and it's engraved, so you can actually get deep into it. The first version is this one, but it's not really the same shape as the original, so that's closer to the original shape. So yeah, it's not too bad. And yeah, I have the
Hey, look, it's Sasquatch.
What?
Yeah,
he's out there in the out of focus area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the extra battery. I got that's this weird part is.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Wow.
It's to replace the floppy drive once you put the extra battery instead.
Yeah.
Careful taking that on a plane. They might think it's something else.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Thank God Trina's not here.
Yes.
And yes, I do have the Restore CDs. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
Very cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Now the magical question is, does the CD drive actually work, and will it be able to read them?
That I will have to try, I guess. And mise en route, Windows 98.
Oh my God.
Still unopened.
Nice.
Oh well.
Neat.
That's pretty neat.
So yeah, cute machine. And I also a friend lent us his Minitel. I don't know if you know about it. It's a little machine that was made by the French government like 40 years ago. That people got home and they could query the weather forecast. Find
your TV, isn't it?
No, it was. It has a screen built in.
Oh wow!
And yeah, but then some people actually made a box to plug on it to actually make it useful again.
Wow! You should do a video about it. We want to know.
Yeah, but so some time ago I wanted to try it, but then the keyboard actually didn't work. Oh. Well, unless it was folded back in, which is a shame because you can't really type inside. So I have to fix the keyboard, and it's a membrane. I guess I have to make new ones because it seems nobody makes new membranes for this yet. Well, it's not like you can find them for like $10 or so.
Right.
So the whole machine. So it's not really that useful for now. But well, they will end up like this anyway. So I have to scan it and redraw it in KiCad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have an MO5. Actually, I've got two. One I killed by reversing the polarity.
But that's the only. I'm the one who does that. You should be able to do that.
I didn't know back then, but yeah.
I still don't know.
The other one, I repaired the keyboard by patching the membrane with some copper strips.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the. Where's OBS when you need it? Yeah, that's the website for the little box. Here you can see. So that's the back of the Minitel, and they designed a little box you plug in, and you can actually still use it.
Oh.
So it allows you to use the original Minitel machines with an interfacey thing. Yes.
Yes. I mean, that is the technical term. So.
And people trying to figure out how to
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Kids react.
Kids react, exactly.
Kids react.
So
French kids react. You call this wine?
So basically you use your phone and you compose like 3615, and then you type the service you wanted to access. And people actually also host their own servers, like
Nice.
Delora.
That's very cool.
Delora.
It's a little bit like the Nabu, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Kind
it.
of, yeah.
It's a bit related to teletext and stuff like that. It's there
Nice.
was a British lookalike.
Mm.
So yeah, Delora actually has his own Minitel server.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Minitel's got a very rich and fascinating history. It was like France's internet, basically, is what it was. It was so popular. It maintained operation up until the mid 2000s. It was still running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was completely decommissioned like 5 years ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember getting my my diploma notes with it, and for the studies when you ask for a student housing and stuff like that, you actually had to use it to register and get the results. So maybe that's also why we lagged on getting proper internet, because we had something that worked.
Yeah.
So we didn't really see the point in having internet.
Yeah.
It's not broken, don't fix it, right? There you go.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It was like Europe with floppy drives, where it was just like, well, we got all these tapes. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We're not doing anything. Let's just let it load.
Yeah.
This is for Jonathan. It's on the bench.
Oh, there you go.
Jeez.
Cool. Javier. Toys.
Oh, me toys. Well, I got this. Well, no, it's not mine, and MacFX may be around, but these ones, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you ever have to clean up these drives,
I feel sorry for you.
This is a 400K drive. I was not aware that it was different than the normal 800.
Mm-hmm.
So he sent them to me to clean. And, oh my God, guys, be careful.
Clean and recap.
I suppose I haven't tested them, so most likely I need to recap them too.
Yep.
But at least they moved. They were completely stuck. So I don't know how to move them. Yeah.
Looks like a data star.
Yeah, they're huge. They're weird. So, but they work well. The mechanism worked. So we'll see. So that's the new thing I got.
That looks like part of a transmission.
And to fix it was like that too. Yeah, I had to do like.
You need to shift gears.
Yeah, sheesh. But that's it.
We're on. You already kind of went over.
Yeah, I already kind of talked about it. I did. I'm working on a video, and I haven't. Sorry, there's a microphone in the way. But I am working on a video right now about my my 2C Plus and using both retro reproduction joysticks and new model joysticks, just two that have just kind of recently came on the market. So I'm working on that. My friend Javier every day is like, "Hey, have you got that video out the door yet?" And I'm like, "Soon." So,
jeez, man, chop.
I know. That's it.
I did.
I'm over here kissing Javier's let's say analog input device, because I was going to say a different word, but following the one with the other was probably not a good sound clip. So
yeah.
Oh gosh, new stuff for Joe. I haven't really acquired anything new. It's just been mostly the same old thing every day. for the past. However, the next thing I'll probably be acquiring a lot of is parts to build this silly thing. So, you know, it is what it is. No, I don't have anything. I ain't got nothing.
You've been busy.
I've been like doing things like making this silly machine work. God, I want to make this thing work so bad. So bad. You have no idea.
Me too. I want to get my weather updates daily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, I have like I've said the story before. Hey Steve, hi. Steve.
Hey Steve.
I've said the story before, but you know, I have the television that was used by the local municipality to monitor this station on the local cable channel so they could tell when they were on the air when they were doing city council meetings. Hey, it broke it. Hey, look, it's broken. I broke it.
The problem is, Joe, you got to go faster because I'm sick and tired of going through my window and look at the weather.
But yeah. But anyway, yeah. And so I've got like the whole setup of like an original setup that this was like designed to do the thing. And I remember being a kid in elementary school watching this screen, this exact same layout, just with different text and stuff, but this exact same layout, watching the time tick by until it was time for me to like go to school. And also they would play the local radio station over this because the same lady owned the radio station of the cable company. And you would watch this channel in the morning on your TV to hear when school was out for snow. So like this was whenever it was snowy out in the morning, this is the channel we'd be like,
so you were
glued to the TV morning, waiting to hear them. And so city schools have been closed today for snow. And you're like, yeah, snow day. So yeah, anyway. So just that's it. That's all I got going on. It's just that and reverse engineering so many different things for Sean and for
John.
For people. I can't even. My brain. My brain is pudding. I have pudding brain. You know? But anyway. Yep. That's it. Thanks. It's been a great show. We'll see you tomorrow. No. But yeah. So, future things in Joe Land. Everything I've already really talked about. I really want to get the Spectrogen going. This is going to come out soon. You know, hopefully before Kansas Fest, because I've had a year to get this done and it's just taken me forever to get to it. Mark, if you're out there and watching, yes, I know I have to program like 400 PAL chips for you. They're sitting right here. They're right here. I have all of them right here, buddy. They're right there for you. I necked. Oh gosh, yeah, I necked my Classic 2. Did I tell you about that?
Oh God.
Oh, this poor thing down here. It's. Aw. So what happened was, unlike a smart person who stores their machines all together in one piece, I did not. I was storing it on the floor this way because I had this out. I was using my chassis to diagnose other people's things. And so I just had it open, and because I was going to be getting in and out of the machine a lot. So I just had it open down here, and it was sitting right down here. And it's kind of sort of right in a walkway to get over to my Apple II storage and stuff back there. And I had to get back there to get something. And I went to step over the Classic 2, but didn't step far enough and kind of sideswiped the neck board and swiped it left, yanked the whole thing off, and I heard a tink.
Oh God!
I heard the angry hiss.
Yeah,
and so it gave me a sad. So
no way back.
So yeah. So I kind of posted commiserations on the internet. I'm like, oh no. And I have a spare CRT. So it's not the end of the world. But my spare CRT is just that. It's supposed to be a spare, and it's got like massive burn in. So Francois, duct tape. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. So I posted that, and several of my wonderful friendos out there on the internet, including Jonathan Adar, including Mac84, Steve, reached out to me. He's like, I got tube. You want tube? I give tube. So I have a couple different tubes coming my way. And we're rebuilding cats is hard. Yes. And we're going to see which one's just deoxit. Yeah, no.
Take a lot of that.
Hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, there you
Not
go.
only will it not work, it will not work and be on fire. Yeah, it's no longer a cathode ray tube, right? It's now a cathode ionizing the oxygen in the air tube. So it is, yeah. But anyway, a couple people are sending me tubes, so that's going to be cool, and I'll be able to put together these resources folks are putting together to get a good unit. The reason why I really want a good proper tube for this is because this machine came to me new in boxed, like literally the only thing in the box that this came with that didn't have the plastic overwrap still sealed was the machine itself. The machine had been taken out, then put back in the box. That's it. So it's brand new. It's just out of the box, brand new. It still needed to be recapped because it had still like exploded its caps all over the board, but that's just a known issue. But the screen was perfect until it wasn't, until I put my foot through the ass of it. So yeah, that's my sad story for the week. Anyway, what's new with everybody else?
That's it.
I say vacuum cleaner and JB Weld, says Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. All I need to do is get on Elon Musk's good side. And all I have to do is just go out in space and take the CRT out into the air, into space, and it'll just go, whoop, it'll suck it all out. And then I JB Weld it while I'm in space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then it'll be good again.
What could go wrong?
12 volts to ground. There you go.
That's why I don't go to space.
Yeah, here's my perfect nerdy statement. Joe's Computer Museum. It's a Cherenkov Vision original vintage tube. Yes. Cherenkov radiation, braking radiation. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so cool. And since the toiletist had a comment, we get to do this. There you go.
Oh God.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we are good for tonight. We had a nice little hangout. It was fun to meet with our friends Dave and Francois from opposite ends of the planet. So why don't we take a minute and run through everybody and ask and get them to tell everybody else where they can be found and followed on the internets and the web tubes and all of those things. It's Dave. Go first.
Okay, well, I'm Dave from Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, and you can find me pretty much every Sunday. We do live repair streams. We chit-chat a lot, have a lot of laughs, and sometimes we get things fixed. Sometimes things don't get fixed. Just depends on what's going on. I get blamed for a lot of things because they happen on my stream, so that goes with the territory, I guess.
It's always Dave's fault somehow. It is. I blame you for my broken CRT that happened when I wasn't on your stream. I'm blaming you anyway.
I'm fine with it. No worries. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, we have a lot of fun, and I tell you what, it's really nice because this facilitates a lot of people that none of us would even interact with. And we run into so many smart people that love this hobby, that are very gifted, very talented, that can do things, creating things for these machines that were, made 40 years ago, and making them more modern. I mean, at least get a lot more playtime out of them. Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. Anything we can do to keep them out of the landfill, I'm all for it. But anyway, so we do that. But you can find me on Twix. You can find me on Mastodon. You can find me on Blue Sky. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, those are good ways to find me. I have got a couple things planned. I cannot talk about it, but you guys, I think you guys will be very happy when it comes out on a video. But kind of sworn to secrecy at the moment here. But anyway, yeah. So that's how you can get hold of me.
Cool. Francois, our
Yes.
wonderful friend from France land. The official,
Well-
that's officially what us dumb Americans call it now, France land.
Well, you can find me on Mastodon.
Yep.
Here. I still post sometimes on Twitch, Twitter, whatever. And I do have a GitHub account where I put some of the stuff I make. I recently opened a LiberaPay account. So if you want to help, that might, I don't know, that might entice me into finishing some of the projects. Who knows? Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, which I might someday also post videos to. Who knows?
Stranger things have
I
happened.
also have a YouTube channel. I might eventually post something too.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Ron.
Hey, how's it going? It's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. If you are interested in learning more about what I'm doing, make sure to go over to ronscompvids.com for more information about all that. Just one final plug since this event just wrapped up. If you are a Apple II aficionado or a Apple II enthusiast, or however you self-describe, there's a cool event that has been going on for a bit now. It's called April Apples, where basically the encouragement has been to upload neat Apple II projects and blog posts and art, and just basically go nuts with fun Apple II things. So if you're on the various social medias, you can go out to Birdsite and you can look for the hashtag April Apples for all kinds of cool links. If you have other things that you're still wrapping up for that, definitely get them posted here in the next few weeks.
Yep.
And we'll look forward to next year's event.
Javier.
That's my name. And
we don't
guess
want to
where
see
you
your
can see all my
chest. What are you doing?
So anyway, you know you can find me at all these places. And 8BTs, don't forget. Oh no, the wrong one. 8BTs, the place to buy all your cool t-shirts. And also you can buy 3D things. Oh,
Look at that. Yes. Yes.
It's
Nice.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. I love it. It literally makes me jealous. I've got cool products on my store, but that right there makes me look like an absolute amateur.
But I am very, very thankful that people have really been nice to me and order this. So thank you very, very much. And I'm doing my best to keep, pumping them up and sending them to people. I'm happy, joy. So I'm going to have more joysticks also pretty soon.
Happy joystick?
Yeah, happy joystick.
That's what you should call your joystick, is the happy joystick.
Ooh, not a bad idea. I'm going to have new products pretty soon. So, and also soon, I cannot talk too much about it, but there are going to be a lot of clear things. A lot of clear
like that tequila over your right shoulder?
That is correct. They're going to be that clear. So clearly, you're going to like what we're going to get. Cool. So that's it. 8BTs, Adventures Retro Computing. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Nice.
And now it's my turn to talk about how awesome I am and kick everybody else off the stream. No, I'm kidding. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe from Joe's Computer Museum. You can find me and follow all of the different things I'm doing by going to jcm-1.com. All my links to all my social media and everything are on jcm-1.com. So you can follow me on the site with all the twits on it, on Blue Sky, on Mastodon, on Threads. I'm on Instagram. I technically have a Tumblr page that I haven't posted anything to in about 7 years, but it's there. And also, you can get updates about products and stuff. I also have a Patreon. So if you wanted to, give me $1 a month to say, hey, Joe, I like what you're doing. Keep doing it up. You could do that too. So that is all out there in the world.
Neat.
Yep, a doodle.
Cool.
Well, that is tonight's Retro Repair Roundup number 56. Thank you to our wonderful guests, Dave and Francois, for stopping by. Thank you to all of the wonderful people in the chat who came by and yelled at us into the void, or yelled into the void at us to tell us to do wacky things on the screen. We do really appreciate it, because the show, wouldn't exist without you guys. If we didn't have an audience, we wouldn't have a reason to do it. So thank you, everybody. Remember to lasso that like button and spur that subscribe button. YouTube really likes that. Leave comments, chat in the chat, do all of the things. And we will be seeing you again on oh gosh, it looks like it's going to be April the 19th. May the 19th. Gosh, the months just blur together.
Yeah.
It just brain.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, yes, it's Cinco de, well, yeah. Yeah, we'll yeah, sure. We'll blame the tequila. We'll just say that my inability to process raw data, but with my brain, is the tequila. Sure, we'll just say it's better than it's a better excuse than it just being me being an idiot. But yeah, we'll see you again on the 19th. Yeah, have a great evening, everybody.
Bye.